crossing? Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Hi, welcome. All right, repeat after me. Shabbat, Shalom. Put it all together. Shabbat Shalom. There you go. Awesome. That's how you say, hey, y'all, how you doing? Corinne, excuse me. That sounds good. You are? I miss you too, but you're here and I'm glad. This is like old home week. This is awesome. You guys good? You're perfect. You're right there. All right. So welcome everybody. We are so happy to have you all here to join us in our Shabbat morning service. I'm Rabbi Heidi Cohen. This is Cantor David Reinwald. We will be your cruise director. I'm kidding. We are here to be a part of this amazing, beautiful Shabbat service in which we get to celebrate Shabbat as well as celebrate the Benot Mitzvah of Alex and Shayla. They each are becoming Bat Mitzvah, which means a daughter of the commandments. Which means of age, of obligation, young adults, and this is a time. Sorry, mom and dad, you don't get to kick them out of the house yet, though. Okay, it's just okay. You're good with that, good. So this is age of obligation within the Jewish community, and we get to celebrate that this morning. And so it's Benot Mitzvah because it's two women. And actually, as Cantor reminded me too, that in a year from now, we'll have another Benot Mitzvah of many women in our congregation, adult women who will be becoming Benot Mitzvah. So here's what we're going to do, just to take care of a little bit of housekeeping. If you need to use the restroom or you need some water, to your left, my right, out those back doors there, and just kind of around the corner is our restrooms as well as a water fountain. So if you need those, that's where those are. As far as cell phones, please turn them off or into the silent position if you are a doctor. Yes. So somebody's being pinged. So that's also why we want to turn them off, because we want to enjoy the music that we're going to be creating together this morning. And also we have our professional photographer, Darcy, in the back there, who's going to capture the moments. Shabbat Shalom to all of you who are streaming into our services this morning, that you were not able to be here with us personally. We are happy to have you stream in and to join us on our website. So thank you very much. So we've got it all covered. That means your job is to be present, to be here, which means in order for you to be present and to be here, we're going to warm up our voices. Cantor, please.
We join in this melody known as a nigun. This is a melody that has no specific words, so we sing on the syllables yelelai, so we can focus on how the music makes us feel as we warm up our mind, body, spirit, and voice. And please join in as we sing with a smile. la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la.
So, for us to participate in our Shabbat morning service, I want to make sure we are all on the same page, literally. So this morning, I want to make sure that we all have the tools that we need to participate in our Shabbat morning service, especially those of you who this is your first time at a synagogue. We welcome you, especially Alex and Shayla's friends. Hi, guys. Welcome. You've been here before. She's got the talit. They got the talitot going. So we're going to use our prayer books, which are right in front of you. Those of you in the front row, they're right underneath your seats. And the prayer books, you're going to notice that those of you who aren't familiar with Hebrew, it opens from right to left instead of left to right, because we read Hebrew from right to left. So when you open up those prayer books, I want you to notice something. There's a couple, if you go right into the middle of it, just go ahead and open up the prayer book right into the middle somewhere. Perfect. You're going to see two different columns. On the right side is going to be the Hebrew, so with the Hebrew letters, but a left-hand column is going to have transliteration. Transliteration is how we pronounce the Hebrew words using English letters, making sure that it's accessible to everybody, because we know not everybody is able to read Hebrew, but we want everybody to be able to participate in the service. So also, we're not going to do everything in Hebrew and in English. So therefore, if we do something in Hebrew and you're wondering, what are they saying? Right below the Hebrew is the English translation, or on the facing page is an alternative reading for the Hebrew blessing as well. So feel free throughout the service to look through the prayer book. I promise you, Alex, Shayla, Cantor, myself, we will always get you back on the right page, which means, by the way, that you'll notice at the bottom of the pages there are two sets of page numbers. Ladies, if I may borrow your siddur, thank you. So the reason for that is because Alex and Shayla's prayer book is a thicker prayer book. It's the full Mishkan Tefillah, the Reform Movement's prayer book, which includes the prayers for not only Shabbat, but the weekdays, holidays, and so forth. Not the high holy days, but other holidays. And so that means because it's the full prayer book, their page numbers are slightly different. So we have on the bottom of our prayer books on their pages, two sets of page numbers. One's in black, one's in blue. This morning, we're going to be following along in the blue page numbers. So whenever one of us calls out, we're now on page, whatever, look for it in the blue, and then you'll be able to be on the same page as Alex and Shayla. By the way, something really cool about Alex and Shayla's prayer book, especially to their friends, they have no transliteration. They only have the Hebrew in there because the two of them have been studying Hebrew for many years now, and they don't need the transliteration. So they are all set with their prayer book there. We also pray with our bodies. Thank you. There will be times where we will ask you to stand, or you'll notice that we'll be bowing in humble reverence before God. So there's some different prayer choreography that happens. If you're able to stand, wonderful. If you're not, that's okay. God will hear your prayers from the seated position as well. And then finally, we pray with what we wear. So we have the kippot, beautiful pink kippot, by the way, that remind us when we cover our heads, remind us of God's presence all around. And then we have the talitot, the prayer shawls. We are commanded to wear fringes on the corners of our garments. These fringes are called tzitzit. The tzitzit are there to remind us of the 613 commandments that God has given to us. And so with that, we're to not only remember them, but to study them and to ask, how do they apply to our lives today? How do they have meaning in our lives today? Well, when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, he receives his first talit. And so too, when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, she receives her first talit. So our benot mitzvah, Shayla and Alex, the two of you are going to receive your first talitot. Why don't you come on over here? I'm going to invite forward your grandparents, Ingrid Rothman and Hank and Audrey Bierman, to come on up and to present you with your first talitot.
You wear your talit, I want you to feel the warmth of all the people who came before you and are here and proud of you and love you. And I want to say, it's such a beautiful time to present this to you. It's so special. Take me longer.
That's okay.
It's a beautiful day. I'm just glad to be.
Just want you to know I love both of you. Always will. What you just ordered.
And the blessing that they both recited is, Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us in the wearing of the fringes on the corners of our garments. And so we give thanks for all of our blessings as we turn now to page 186, Modeh Moda Ani.
מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים, שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה, בחמלה, רבה אמונתך. וזרתם בי נשמתי לחם לה רבה אמונתך רבה אמונתך.
We turn now to page 224, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם.
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חונו ויומי חונו וחיי כל בית ישראל בגאלה ובזמן קריב וימרו
Amen. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא וימרו
Amen. As we turn to page 226, please rise for Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Yain da dai 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 dai. Yain da dai 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 dai. Yain dai 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 yain dai 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 dai. Yain da dai 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 dai. Yain dai 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 yain dai dai dai. Yain dai 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 dai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uvarei hoshech osei shalom uvarei et hakol hameir la'aretz v'ladarim elecha brachamim utuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit ma'rabu ma'asecha Adonai kulam b'chokma asita mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach me'aseh yedecha Ve'al me'orei or she'asita yefa'aru hasela.
Or Chadash at Zion Ta'ir, Or Chadash at Zion Ta'ir, Or Chadash at Zion Ta'ir, Or Chadash at Zion Ta'ir. ונזכה כולנו במהרה לאורו ונזכה כולנו במהרה לאורו אור חדש עד ציון תאיר אור חדש עד ציון תאיר.
Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'ma'orot.
Please join me on page 231.
Love your neighbor as yourself, you said. And light blinded we saw, that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries. your light moving before us as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher ba'amo Yisrael ba'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue chanting together the Haftarah on page 234.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibartam bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uflechtecha v'derek u'shokbecha uvkuvmecha ushartam leot al yadecha v'chayu l'dotafot bein einecha uvtaftam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kiddoshim le'eloheichem ani Adonai Eloheichem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihyot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Eloheichem. We continue on page 240 singing Micha Mocha.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Mi chamocha ba'enim Adonai mi chamocha neder b'kodesh Torah tehilot osefele Torah tehilot osefele Shir chadasha shibichu gehulim L'shimcha asifat hayam Yachad kulam hodu Vehimlichu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Sur Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Ufedehi ne'umecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go Aleinu, Adonai Tzivahot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Ata Adonai, Ga'a Yisrael.
Amen. Page 242.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Ula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol Atah Rav le'Hoshia, Morid Hatal. Mechakel Chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, u'matir asurim, u'mekayem emunato lishenei afar. Mi chamocha bar gevurot, u'midom elach, melech memit u'mechayeh, u'matzmiach Yeshua, v'neheman ata lachayot hakol, Baruch ata Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Amen.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Amen.
We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Please join us on page 253.
We offer thanks, O God. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love, we offer thanks and blessing, O God.
Baruch
atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Please join us on page 255.
On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer to life, to peace, and to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, worth in our studying of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer in life, in peace, and in joy. Baruch atah Adonai.
Please join us on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
Modim anachnu lach.
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
Modim anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim anachnu lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai.
Hatov Shimcha Ucha Na'el Lehodot. As we turn now to page 258, we join together with Sim Shalom. If you don't know the words, Lai works very well. Please join with singing with us. Sim Shalom, Tova Uracha, Ein v'chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim ve'ako Yisrael, ve'ako Yisrael, Amecha.
ברכנו יוצרנו כולנו כאחד באור פניך כי באור פניך נתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו
Sim shalom, tova uracha, hey b'chesed verachamim aleinu, ve'ako Yisrael, ve'ako Yisrael, Amecha.
תורת חיים ואהבת חסד ואהבת חסד וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום. שים שלום, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים ורחמים עלינו, ועכו ישראל, ועכו ישראל, עמך. וטוב וטוב מעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים ורחמים עלינו, ועכו ישראל, ועכו ישראל, עמך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We continue in silent meditation.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. הוא עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן, ואמרו אמן.
It is at this time of our service, of our Shabbat morning service, that we enter into Seder Kriyat HaTorah, which is the service, the order of reading Torah. And so Torah, for those of you who are new, and so we welcome you and want to be able to make sure you have an opportunity to see Torah in a little bit. The Torah is the scroll that contains the first 5 books of the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, all contained within one scroll. Now, as you saw earlier during the Amidah prayer, that prayer where we were all standing and we were at the ark there, we're very fortunate at Temple Beth Sholom that we have 6 Torah scrolls. Each Torah scroll is unique, yet each Torah scroll is the same. They are the same because the words are exactly the same in each of those Torah scrolls. The letters are exactly the same. We can't change anything into how it's written, and that's a whole other long discussion that Torah study earlier this morning was really wrestling with. But we can have another discussion with that one later. But we're told that nothing is supposed to change in Torah how it's written. So therefore, it is handwritten by a scribe, and in a little bit, I'll invite anybody who wants to come forward to see a Torah up close and personal. It's handwritten by a scribe who copies letter for letter, word for word, sentence and phrase, exactly the same way that's been for thousands of years. And so those stories are there for us to learn and to not only read, but to wrestle with and to ask what's the meaning of these stories and the laws and the traditions and that happens within Torah. What makes each Torah scroll, though, in this ark unique is that each Torah scroll is a different age. From our oldest, which is over 275 years old, it's our Czech Torah scroll, which will be the tall one that actually we'll be using in a few minutes, that was saved during after the Holocaust. A large number of Torah scrolls, hundreds of Torah scrolls, were taken out of synagogues throughout Eastern Europe when the Nazis went in, and they actually put them into a warehouse with the goal of the Nazis to destroy the Jewish people and then to create a museum to the lost people. Well, we are far from lost because here we are. We were fortunate that those Torah scrolls were then found, and rather than them being discarded, the Torah scrolls have been given to hundreds of congregations like ourselves, that we keep it in a place of honor in our ark as a reminder that there is always the struggle, but that we are always one strong people. And so we carry that tradition, and that Torah scroll will be passed on from generation to generation. Then to our newest Torah scroll called Torah Sholom, which will also be passed on from generation to generation. That we as a congregation about 13 years ago wrote this Torah scroll. You see, because the last commandment in Torah is that each person should write a Torah scroll. Yet the reality is none of us, well, most of us, don't have great handwriting like you will see in a little while. So a scribe helped us to facilitate that and to write our Torah scroll. So we'll see some differences in the Torahs with the handwriting, but the beauty of it is that it hasn't changed. Torah hasn't changed in thousands of years, those letters, the words on the parchment. But what changes, what grows, is how we read it, how we interpret it, what we learn from it today. And so today we're reading from the book of Numbers, from a Torah portion called Shalach Lecha. And the beauty of today is not only how Shayla and Alex have been leading us in our Shabbat worship this morning, but today Shayla and Alex are not only students of Torah, they are our teachers. They have been studying this Torah portion with us and wrestling with it and asking a very important question: what does it have to teach us today? If it's thousands of years old, is it even relevant? Yes, it is. But how? That will be the words of these wonderful young women who will teach us Torah later on. So with that, I invite us to turn to page 362 in our prayer books as we begin this service for reading of Torah.
Elohim Adonai ve'inikim ma'asecha מלכותך מלכות עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
So as I mentioned earlier that our service today, of our Torah service, we also have the honor of being able to celebrate it with a number of family and friends who will be participating in our service from blessings and passing Torah. So I want to acknowledge, first of all, Ryan and Jenna Bierman, who are going to stay right there in the front row. And after we do our hakafah, and the hakafah is when we march through the congregation with the Torah scrolls. And the reason why we do that, in fact, you'll notice some people might take their talitot and their tzitzit and reach out and touch Torah and kiss it, or their prayer books. It's a way of showing respect for Torah. I want to be very clear. We don't worship Torah, but rather we respect it. And so, but when we march through the congregation with our Torah scrolls, it's a reminder to each of us. Torah belongs to each and every one of us. And so after we've had our hakafah and bring the Torah back, I appreciate the fact that Ryan and Jenna will then hold the Torah cover and the Torah binders for us during our reading. And then I'd like to invite to stand right here on the floor in front of us, passing Torah from one generation to the next, Hank and Audrey Bierman, and then Ingrid Rothman, Gary and Anita, our parents, followed by then Alex and Shayla, the two of you. So if you all will come and stand right here, leave your prayer books there on your seats. Perfect. So we'll have Hank and Audrey on this end right over here. Perfect. Great. And I'd like to invite forward to open our ark doors, Lindsay Davis and David Glazer, to come forward and open our ark doors as we're going to turn and continue on the middle of page 362, and we invite you to please rise.
Av harachamim hetiv avitzoncha et Zion tivnei chomot Yerushalayim tivnei chomot Yerushalayim ki lecha levad batachnu melech eram v'nisa adon olamim.
Page 364, Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai Iti, Uneromema Shemo Yachdav.
It is the beauty of Torah being passed on from one generation to the next. Yet we also recognize this morning that there is a young man who's not here with us. He would be a young man today, Jarrett Rothman, who unfortunately can't stand here, but his soul, his being, his presence is felt here. And I love the fact that Shayla and Alex said he needs a Hebrew name. And today we get to bestow that Hebrew name upon Jared Zichrono Livracha of blessed memory. And as his grandparents, you too were teachers of Torah, and you hold him in your hearts and in your soul, and dream of the young man that he would be today. And as his parents, if you will take the Torah scroll together, this one, that we get to announce Jared's Hebrew name. David ben Gedalia Leb ve'alet Tzitzel. David, like King David. When talking to Shayla and Alex, and also Anita and Gary, you said to me that Jared would be an enthusiastic young boy, and he would be a young boy who would dance. David, King David, he danced. He danced before the ark, and he danced before Torah. And he danced there into Jerusalem. So today, David dances with us in this hakafah. And so we are truly honored and blessed to be able to name him David ben Gedalia Leb v'alet Tzitzel. As we also then pass this Torah with his memory too to his big sisters, Shayla, and now Alex, you get to hold on to this scroll. Hold on to it nice and tight. I'll be right back. As we then also get to pass on this scroll of Torah Sholom, of wholeness and completeness, that gets passed on to each generation, to grandparents who bring these beautiful young women to Torah, and their parents who you have held both of them in your arms and loved them each and every day. And you now get to give your daughters Torah. So Shayla, this one is yours. May its weight always keep you rooted in tradition, in who you are. But may its weight also lift you up and inspire you in all that you are today and always, as we get to walk in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagidula v'hagivura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה ועל התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
So before you are seated, if anybody would like to come up and see the Torah up close and personal, feel free, come on up. Don't be shy. You can come see the Torah scrolls. Yes, come on up, ladies. All the friends. Hi, Izzy. Yay. Perfect. I know. I love it. That's awesome, kiddo. Cool. All right. And if you're not coming up, then you may be seated. Yay. All right. I'm going to show this off first, and then you get it. So the Torah, as you can see, it's a scroll, and so it needs to be bound together. Come on up. There you go. Don't be shy. Awesome. The Torah, it's bound together, and so our Benot Mitzvah made their Torah binders, and so we're going to show off their fancy artwork here. Yeah. Aw. So here's one of our binders, which it's backwards. So whose is this? This is Alex's Torah binder. There we go. So if you want to hold that one, perfect. And then Shayla's is this one right here. So we got to double bind it today. It's pretty awesome. So this one's Shayla's. Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. There you go. You're good. You can stay right there or go down wherever you like. All right. So this is the Torah. The Torah is handwritten. Here you go, Izzy. There's your job. Hold it right there. Jack, there's your job, kiddo. Perfect. The Torah is handwritten by a scribe, and a scribe will sit down. This is parchment. Parchment is made from a kosher animal. Kosher animal, split hooves, chew their cud. So it could be a goat, it could be a sheep, it could be a cow. And so the parchment is then made, and we see the cool different kind of coloration because it's based on the animal. The scribe will then use an ink that is a natural type of ink, so it's made from berries and tree saps and all sorts of natural ingredients that are found in nature, boiled and cooled and boiled and cooled over a year takes to make a batch of ink, because you want it to be permanent, you want it to be indelible, because you want it to last for many, many generations. The Torah scroll that I mentioned earlier, the tall one that Alex walked around with, is over 275 years old, and the writing in it is still very clear. So we take very good care of it. The last ingredient that goes into the ink that gives it its shine, do you guys remember? Honey, exactly. That Torah should be sweet on our lips, but we know, what do we not do?
Don't lick it.
Yeah, don't lick the Torah. There you go. Don't bite it and don't lick the Torah. Good words of advice. So, we don't use our fingers to touch where the letters are. It's not a law, but it's a practicality type of a thing, because the oils in our fingers, when it mixes with the ink, eventually it would rub it off. So instead, we use this very cool thing here. What does that look like? Yeah, it's a finger. It's a hand. It's called a yad, which means, conveniently enough, hand. And so this is what we use to then follow along when we're reading Torah, so that way we can keep our place, because there's a lot of lines there. Also,
touch the finger.
Well, that's okay. It works out just fine. So then, if you notice on the parchment, if you kind of look in different light, you can see some lines are etched into the parchment in order that the scribe can, keep the line straight. Because I don't know about you, if I write something without any lines, it's like woo or woo. So it keeps the lines nice and straight, and the columns also nice and straight as well. So this is all handwritten. It cannot be done on a computer and put through a printer and mass-produced. A scribe has to handwrite the Torah scroll, and it'll take about a year for a scribe to write a Torah scroll. If a scribe makes a mistake, then what he or she tries to do is scrape off the letter and then correct it. But if they're not able to do that, they have to start all over again on that sheet. Luckily not the entire Torah scroll. There's quick panic there. Exactly. So here's the beginning or the end of one sheet. It's about this one is 4 columns, because here's the next one. And each of the sheets are sewn together to make it into a scroll.
But that still be a long time.
It is still a very long time. You are absolutely right, Izzy. So now, as I mentioned earlier, nothing can be added or taken away from the Torah, which means in the Torah there are no vowels and there's no punctuation. And so, like in our prayer books, sorry, sweetie, in our prayer books, on the Hebrew, you see some different dots and dashes that are inside the letter. And oh yeah, you guys know that one. And inside the letters, or above the letters, or below the letters, those dots and dashes are all the vowels: a's, is, i's, o's, oo's, ah's, etc. And so we don't have any vowels in there because originally Hebrew was not written with vowels. As I like to say, if I gave you something in English today with no vowels in it, you'd be able to read it because you know the language. Well, that was the case many generations ago. Jews only spoke Hebrew or Aramaic. But when the Jews then when they left Egypt during the diaspora, left Israel during the diaspora and moved to different countries and started speaking other languages, they lost the Hebrew. And so in order to make sure that we pronounce it correctly, because if you change a vowel, you could change the meaning of a word. In order to make sure that's pronounced correctly, they created the vowel system. But I can't add anything to the Torah. So much to the chagrin of all of the students, there are no vowels in here. We can't put them in there. And so usually what a student will do is learn from the pointed text that has the vowels, and then you move over to being able to read it from the Torah scroll. So Shayla and Alex will be reading from this scroll without any vowels, also known as without a net. Actually, the net is the cantor. He's our goodbye. And he sits there with the pointed text next to us in order to make sure that we read it correctly. So that is the Torah. Yes. The fire, you're right, thank you. So 3 years ago, unfortunately, we had a fire here at Temple Beth Sholom. And the fire, fortunately, the flames did not come into here in the sanctuary. However, because of the high heat and the smoke damage, that did affect the Torah scroll. The ink, if you think about when you write with ink on paper, it will soak in, so to the paper. The ink here is sitting on top of the parchment. So because of the high heat of the fire and the smoke that was in here, it drew out all the moisture from the air. And when our scribe went through to check our Torah scrolls, he was able to literally flick whole letters off of the parchment. So he had to do a lot of repair, including getting rid of some of the smoke damage that was on some of our scrolls. And we still have some repairing to do on other scrolls. But that's what happened with our fire. Now, also, one other thing is about where the letters sit or hang on the lines. So if you look very, very closely, Aiden, you ready? Come right here. So you see the letters right there? Yeah. Okay, see the lines? Sitting or hanging on the line?
Hanging.
Yeah, they're hanging. So the letters are hanging from the top of the line down. And there's a beautiful Midrash, a story that talks about the idea of that line representing heaven and earth. And so that separation between heaven and earth, and that we as the people, we're like the letters. And so we're always reaching up toward God and toward perfection and perfecting ourselves and making our world a better place. So that is why our letters hang from our lines. Yeah. Did I miss anything? You think I got it? Okay, cool. It's good. They keep me in check. I'm very grateful. A game of chess? Maybe later. Any other questions? I love Jack. Any other questions? All right. Check is a thing, and you're right. Check is a thing in chess. So with that, I guess we say checkmate. Okay. So I invite you. Was that good? Phew. You may return to your seats. Thank you, guys. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, so we read our Torah. We take an entire year to read the Torah, and we read it in sections. And so now we are, as I mentioned earlier, we are in the book of Numbers and the Torah portion of Shalach Lecha. Cantor.
For our first Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Barry Levinson, Beryl Ben Moshe, and reading the English translation, Ingrid Rothman, Yisraela, Bont William Villali. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah harishona.
So Barry, if you want to take your seat, and if you'll take your seat right here with your talit, touch it to the first word as we show honor to the Torah and give it a kiss there. Perfect. We're going to close it so that people don't think that the blessing is in there. And here you guys go.
Okay. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai al Moshe lemor, shlach lecha anashim, vayaturu et eretz Canaan, asher ani noten livnei Yisrael, ish echad, ish echad, lemate avotav tishlachu, kol nasivahem, vayishlach otam Moshe, memidbar paran al pi Adonai, kulam anashim, Rashi v'nei Yisrael, hema. And then the English, yeah, okay. Thank you.
Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, "Send men to scout the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelite people. Send one man from each of their ancestral tribes, each one a chieftain among them." So Moses, according to the commandment of Adonai, sent them out from the wilderness of Paran, all the men being leaders of the Israelites.
Beautiful, thank you. Barry, if you'll take your seat one more time and touch it to the last word, which was hema. Beautiful. And then the blessing for after reading Torah. Yeah, there you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'kaye olam nata v'kadkenu Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Yashikah. You're welcome. Yashikah. All right, you may return down to your seats.
For our second Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Hank Bierman, Chaim Lazar Ben Yaakov Tzitzel, reading from Torah, Alan Shebro, Aharon David Ben Yosef Shimon Halevi, V'chaya Leah, and reading the English translation, Audrey Bierman, Elka Bat Alit V'Rachel. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah ha'shenit.
So Hank, if you'll touch the first word,
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'nasan lanu et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Vayishlach otam Moshe lator et haaretz Canaan vayomer alehem aluzeh kenegev valitem et hahar uritem et haaretz mahi et ha'am hayoshev aleha hechazak hu harafeh Hamad hu imrav, umaharetz, asher hu yoshev ba, hatova hu imra'a, umaharim, asher hu yoshev behena, hamachanim im b'mivtzarim, umaharetz, Hashmenahi imraza, Heshba eitz im ayin, Vehid chazaktem ulakachtem mipri haaretz, V'hayamim yemei b'churei anavim.
And Hannah would get the English translation first.
Oops, okay. When Moses sent them to scout the land of Canaan, he said to them, "Go up there into the Negev and on into the hill country, and see what kind of country it is. Are the people who dwell there strong or weak, few or many? 8 the towns." Yeah.
Yeah, I know, typo.
Okay.
R.
Are the towns they lived in open or fortified? Is the soil rich or poor? Is it wooded or not? And be sure to bring back some of the fruit of the land. Now it happened to be the beginning of the grape harvest.
Beautiful, thank you. So Hank, if you'll touch onto the last word right there, where Alan is showing you. There you go.
I gotta get the right one here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher batalanu Torah emes v'chaye olam nata b'sochenu Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Amen. Thank you, Yasher.
I've been waiting for this.
Good. Look at the girls like this.
For our third Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Murray Crow, Moshe ben Eliezer, Gary Rothman, Gedalia Leib ben Benjamin v'Yisraela, Anita Rothman, Alet Sitzel bat Chaim Laser ve'elka, and Diana Crow, Galila Ita bat Chaim Laser ve'elka, and Diana will also read us the English translation.
So, Gary and Murray, go ahead and take your seat. Come on close. Take your seat. Touch to the first word right there. Yeshuvu. There you go. Perfect. And then the blessings. Here you guys go. You guys, what? Here you go. Something. Right. Okay.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayashuvu mitur haaretz miketz 40 yom. Vayelechu vayavohu el Moshe ve'el Haron ve'el kol hadad b'nei Yisrael el midbar paran kadesha
וישיבו אותם דבר ואת כל העדה וירום את פרי הארץ. ויספרו לו ויאמרו באנו אל הארץ אשר שלחתנו וגם זבת חלב ודבש ובזה פריה. אפס כי הזעם היושב בארץ והערים בצורות גדולות מאוד וגם ילידי הענק ראינו שם.
40 days later, they returned from scouting the land. They went straight to Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community at Kaddish in the wilderness of Paran, and made their report to the whole community, showing them the fruit of the land. That is what they told them. We came to the land you sent us to, and does indeed flow with the milk and honey, and this is its fruit. However, the people who live there are powerful. The cities are large and fortified. We even saw giants there.
Murray and Gary, once again, if you will take your tzitzit, Kendra will show you the last word. There you go, Sham. There you go, perfect. All right, please, and then the last blessing. Here you go. There you are. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chai olam natah b'tokenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Hold on, you guys stay right here. You're gonna stay right here. All right, come right here. 'Cause you want to stay nice and close, because now we get to call up your daughters one at a time for Aliyot Torah.
Ta'amod habachura habat mitzvah Chana Shendel bat Gedalia Leib ve'alit tzitzo ve'aliyah haTorah.
So take your tzitzit and touch it to the first word. We're going to show you. And Cass, close that.
Baruch et Adonai Hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Go ahead. Anita, go ahead. You're going to hold on to that. And Gary.
Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el bnei Yisrael va'amarta alehem ki tavo'u el eretz moshvotehem asher ani noten lachem va'asitem ishet l'Adonai o la'ozeva lefaled neder o vindeva o bimo adehem la'asod reach nihoa l'Adonai min habakar o min hatzon vehi kriv hamakriv korbano l'Adonai min hasolet isaron balu birvi'it hahin shamen ve'ayin lanese revi'it hahin ta'aseh al ha'ola o la'zava la'keves ha'ehad o le'ayil ta'aseh min ha'solet shnei esronim belula b'shemen shlishit hahin ve'ayin lanese shlishit hahin Takriv reach nihoa l'Adonai.
Yasher koach. Let's leave that right there. Just leave that right there. There we go. We'll close that.
The Eternal One spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the Israelite people and say to them, when you enter the land that I am giving you to settle in, and would present an offering by fire to the Eternal One from the herd of the flock, be it burnt offering or sacrifice, in fulfillment of a vow explicitly uttered, or as a free will offering, or at your fixed occasions, producing an odor pleasing to the Eternal. The person who presents the offering to the Eternal shall bring as a meal offering a tenth of a measure of choice flour, with a quarter of a hin of oil mixed in. You shall also offer with the burnt offering or sacrifice a quarter of a hin of wine as a libation for each sheep. In the case of a ram, you shall present as a meal offering 2/10 of a measure of choice flour with a third of a hin of oil mixed in, and a third of a hin of wine as a libation, as an offering pleasing of odor to the Eternal."
Great. So there you go. Now go ahead and take your tzitzit to Ladonai. Perfect. Let's close this. Okay. There's your Bible. Okay. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayei olam natan b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. There you go. Give them a big hug too.
Ta'amod Shmuel Rachel Bakidaya Lev Alet Tzitzol Habachura Habat Mitzvah Aliyah HaTorah.
Take your tzitzit. There you go, to the first word. Perfect.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah. Baruch Adonai. Wait, sorry. Baruch.
Do you want to do it again?
Yes, please.
Start over.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor, Daber El Bnei Yisrael, V'marta Alechem, V'yasu Lachem Tzitzit, Al Kanfei Vigdehem Lidorotam, V'natenu, Al Tzitzit HaKenaf Petil Tehelet. V'chaya lachem letzitzit uritem oto uzkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareichem L'man tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai ve'item kidoshim le'eloheichem ani Adonai Eloheichem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Eloheichem.
Yasher koach. Beautiful. Do your English.
Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes and your lustful urge. Thus you shall be reminded to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, your God."
Now take your tzitzit. You just read about right here. Elohim.
ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chaye olam natan b'tochenu, baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yasher
Yasher
koach.
koach. There you go. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. You can go back over to your seat. Thank you. Back down to yours. Thank you. It is at this time of our Torah service that we offer a Meshaberach, a blessing for healing for all of those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I invite us to think about at this time those in our family, those within our community, those of our friends, and yes, even those who we may not know, to ask for healing of mind, body, and spirit as I offer this blessing. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yivarech et hacholim. May the one who bless our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. It is now my honor to call forward to hold our Torah Brian Zive, who has been a tutor and teacher to Alex and Shayla and a wonderful guide of Torah, and also to invite forward holding our Torah cover and our binders, Ryan and Jenna, come on up. Do you want to hug me?
Sure.
Okay. I'll let you hug me. Perfect. As we, in a moment, so Brian is going to, Brian is going to lift our Torah and be able to show us what has been read. And so at this time, and for us to give honor to the Torah, I invite you to please rise.
וזאת התורה ששם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה. יאללה לה לה יאללה לה לה יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה לה Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar b'nvinim tovim, v'ratzav v'divreihem hanimraim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Habocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'vinviei hamet b'tzedek.
The Haftarah for Parashat Shalach Lecha is Joshua chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. Vayishla Yehoshua bin Nun min hashitim shnayim anashim miraglim cheresh lemor lehu re'u et haaretz ve'et Yericho vayelhu Beit Isha Zona Ushama Rechav Vayishkevu Shama.
Vatikach ha'isha et shnei ha'anashim v'titzpeno habocher kain ba'u elai ha'anashim v'lo yadati me'ayin hema v'yehi hashar liskor b'choshech V'ha'anashim yatza'u lo yadati ana chalchu ha'anashim ridfu macher acharechem ki tasigu.
Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim, saying, "Go reconnoiter the region of Jericho." So they set out, and they came to the house of harlot named Rahab and lodged there. The king of Jericho was told, "Some men have come here tonight, Israelites, to spy out the country." The king of Jericho thereupon and sent orders to Rahab, "Produce the men who came to you and entered your house, for they have come to spy out the whole country."
The woman, however, had taken the 2 men and hidden them. "It is true," she said. "The men did come to me, but I didn't know where they were from. And at dark, when the gate was about to be closed, the men left. And I don't know where the men went. Quick, go after them, for you can overtake them." Now she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under some stalks of flax, which she had laying on the roof. So the men pursued them in the direction of the Jordan down to the fords. And no sooner had the pursuers gone out than the gate was shut behind them.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sur kol halamim tzaddik b'chol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'aseh ha'medaber u'mikayeh shekol divara emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'ne'im
ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh
Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha lilinucha likavod ultifaretz al hakol Adonai Eloheinu
modim anachnu modim lak
umivarhim otah
yitbarak shimcha befi kol hai tamid Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
Do me a favor.
Yeah,
I-
sorry, sir.
No, I'm kidding. He's smiling like you wouldn't believe. So, are you breathing? Okay, good. So at this time now, we return our Torah to the Ark. And so I invite everyone to please turn in their prayer books once again to page 374. As ladies, if you will come and open up our Ark doors, and if everyone will please rise.
Hodu ala eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav livnei Yisrael am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al ta'azovu. Etz chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar. Deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Georgia, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Tennessee, California. I have lived in these 5 states and attended 7 different schools, which means I have experienced being the new girl. We were living in Atlanta when my dad's company was bought out. His options were simple: find a new job in Atlanta or move to Bowling Green, Kentucky. As you might remember, 2009 proved to be a challenging year to get a job. So my parents decided to pack our things and move to Kentucky. I had no idea of where, even what Kentucky was, or what to expect when I got there. I remember my first day of school at Potter Gray Elementary. The hallways seemed to be closing in on me, and I was really nervous because I didn't like being in a new place. Would I make friends, let alone fit in such a foreign place? Self-doubt and unfamiliar insecurities overwhelmed me. I was afraid of putting myself out there and trying something new. In Parashat Shalach Lecha, God sent 12 spies to scout the land of Israel. When the spies returned, 10 of them reported that the land was flowing with milk and honey. However, they warned the Israelites that they should stay away because the country is one that eats up its inhabitants. They spoke of giants, saying they looked like grasshoppers compared to the people living there. The 2 remaining spies, Joshua and Caleb, told a different story, believing they should go to the land and conquer it. Unlike the spies who feared the new land, Caleb and Joshua showed courage by challenging these obstacles. They had faith that God would protect them, and more importantly, they had faith in themselves. I've been the new girl 2 more times in 2 different states since we moved to Kentucky. Even today, I still get nervous. I think we can all agree that we have experienced something new at some point in our lives, whether it's starting a new school, a new job, basically anything new. We've all experienced that uncomfortable butterfly feeling in our stomachs when we felt nervous or wanted to turn back and give up. However, in those situations, we should embrace rules like Caleb and Joshua's in this parashah and take the opportunity to try something new, even when keeping the faith seems impossible. We have a choice. We can shy away or be courageous and give this new experience a chance, because greater things in life can always appear on the horizon. When I began this process, I thought my becoming bat mitzvah at 16 was an embarrassing disadvantage, but I was wrong. When I was 13, we still lived in Tennessee, and Judaism didn't really mean anything to me. I thought being Jewish meant you say a few prayers and go to services once in a while. However, when we moved back to California in 2015, my view of Judaism changed. I didn't know I was allowed to wrestle with God and ask why. 3 years ago, most of what I knew about Judaism came from my parents, and now I've learned that I can, and am encouraged to, have my own thoughts about Judaism and my Jewish life. Since getting more involved at Temple, I've discovered this whole new side of Judaism, and I'm excited about it. I can shape Judaism around my life and make it unique to fit me. I've been a madracha for 1st grade for the past 2 years, and I love it. Through this experience, I've learned what being Jewish means to me. Being Jewish means doing the right thing when nobody is watching and always striving to make a positive impact on the world. As most of you know, my mom suffered an amniotic fluid embolism when she was delivering my brother Jarrett, who unfortunately did not make it. Her recovery has been a journey for her and our family. Today, I'm trying to make a positive impact on the world through my Mitzvah project, AFE. Last summer, I participated in a golf fundraiser for the cause, and I plan on attending again this year. The people there were the nicest, most welcoming people I've ever met. You would never guess something so awful had affected their lives. I have also posted a link to the AFE Foundation website on my mom's Facebook page, which might not have happened, in hopes of raising money for this cause that is so close to my heart. My mom was so courageous in her battle against AFE, and she could have easily given up, but she didn't. She fought and pushed forward. She is the greatest role model that I could ask for. I'm so thankful for her and everything that she has done for me. It is easy to stick to what you know and not take the risk of trying something new, but you'll always be wondering, what if? What if Caleb and Joshua took the side of the other 10 scouts? What if I hid away every time I moved to a new place? What if my mom had given up? I leave with you something I've learned through my many years of constant change and adaptation. Always take the risk, don't be afraid to try something new, and never lose faith in yourself, because who knows, it might be the greatest decision of your life. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. Oh, okay. Life in Southern California is harder than one might expect. Sure, there's ideal weather, beaches, big malls, the important things in life. Despite these luxuries, I find it more challenging to fit in here than anywhere else. Parashat Shalach Lecha speaks of how people should treat the stranger. God instructs Moses to tell the Israelites, "You and the stranger shall be alike before God." I have been a stranger often, in 5 different states, actually. Some have accepted me as a stranger, and some have not. A girl named Lexi welcomed me with open arms on the first day we arrived in Kentucky. In stark contrast, here in California, last year, I sat alone at lunch for 2 weeks. Why was it so difficult for me to fit in here? Perhaps it was a cultural thing. I like fatty Southern food when everybody else here calls themselves vegan. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure, but the other kids in school did not treat me as they treated each other. I can't help but think of this portion's name, Shalach Lecha. Shalach Lecha translates to, and he gave to you. God gave each of us souls, beautiful minds, and beating hearts. Regardless of where you're from or what you look like, God gave to you what God gave to me. We are the same. Shalach Lecha presses the importance of equality, and if you know me, you know that I care deeply about equality. Throughout this past school year, my friend Kaylani and I competed in the performance section of National History Day, a project challenging us to research and present about somebody who took a stand historically. We chose to study RuPaul, the famous drag queen, as an attempt to raise awareness about the hardships of gay and drag cultures. Doing this project and receiving messages of thanks from LGBT kids at my school have both really made me want to spread awareness and the meaning of equality for everyone. While I wrote this Devar Torah, my mom challenged me to speak freely and hopefully influence people through my voice. I wish to encourage us all to take a stand for ourselves and our larger community, the innocent, the hungry, and those who need us. We could march in a pride parade or run a breast cancer awareness marathon. Just get involved and make a positive change. As our Torah states, we are all alike in God's eyes. If we're all alike in the eyes of God, why can't we see each other similarly? For my Mitzvah project, I spent my free period with the special needs kids at my school and played games with them. Jinwan is one of my favorites in that classroom. Seeing other kids at school look at him differently seems to bother me a lot more than it bothers him. I think we can learn a lot from Jinwan. He's not afraid to make new friends, a skill I wish I had when I moved here, and he's always kind. There's also Nick, who is so thoughtful of his friends and everyone else around him. When someone in the class is upset, Nick always tries to comfort them. The kids that I have met through this program at my school subconsciously embody the message of equality. When I moved here, it took the other kids at school 2 weeks to even let me sit with them at lunch. Contrastingly, when I stepped foot into their classroom, Nick immediately asked me to read The Grinch with him. He would play the Grinch and I would play the narrator. My point is, the kids I've been fortunate enough to spend a few weeks with this year see everyone as God does, alike. They hold no prejudice, only bubbly innocence and a desire to spread positivity. Becoming bat mitzvah is about celebrating your individuality. We should celebrate individuality and not look down upon it. Individuality is what makes us all special, especially as a community. Think of what we could all do as individuals with different strengths and abilities if we took a stand for those in need. As individuals, we are amazing, but as a group, we are unstoppable. Together, my sister and I have shared this journey of becoming Banot Mitzvah. We would like to thank everyone who has helped us on this journey.
We would like to thank all of the people who supported and helped us through this amazing experience. Rabbi Heidi, thank you for guiding us in our faith and encouraging us to embrace who we are. You will always be a great role model for both of us. We definitely would not have been able to do what we did today without the help of Cantor Reinwald. You helped us as we struggle to learn the prayers and portions. We will appreciate the gift that you have given us forever. Throughout this journey, we have learned about Judaism and the history and traditions that come with it. To that, we thank Brian Zive for pushing us to think outside of the box. Thank you all who traveled from out of state to celebrate with us. You've made this experience so rewarding, and we're so glad that we're able to see all of you. Mom and Dad, we appreciate everything you do for us, and we love you very much.
It's through all your individual strengths that we are able to accomplish this today. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You guys did a phenomenal job.
Did we?
Now, see this? You didn't think I was going to say anything today. Dad's not going to say anything, but I am. So, ladies, I know being here.
There you go.
Ladies. I can call you that now, ladies. I know being here today took plenty of perseverance, patience, and practice. But honestly, I'm not surprised at what you have accomplished. Time and time again, no matter what comes your way, the two of you step on the gas with the achievement sign brightly flashing ahead. And today is no different. You just sped right past that flashing sign. I'm very proud of you for today's achievement. It's truly wonderful. And personally, it's pretty cool to be standing here, albeit way older and way grayer, with my children on the very bima that my parents once stood with me as I was becoming a bar mitzvah. Maybe someday we will see you standing with your children on this very bima. So today is about taking it on adulthood. Along the journey of adulthood, you're going to have some what the heck experiences come your way. And I know both of you will accept the situation and persevere. In my book, and using a term from the Urban Dictionary, you've already crushed it. You've already crushed how to handle acceptance and perseverance. Yes, like Moses and the people of Israel, the Rothman tribe has wandered a bit, but the two of you certainly accepted the moves and persevered along the way. From move to move, both of you showed a maturity beyond your years. For example, being the new kid in school, especially that first gut-wrenching day when you walked into a class greeted by blank stares, you accepted the challenge and exceeded every time. Not only did you jump in and make new friends, you also maintain above-average grades, including making the honor roll at every single school. Both of these guys. So if you're if you're keeping score, folks, that's 5 different states, which they've already mentioned a number of times. Think about your journey. Your mom and I were always there to help you out, but from place to place, you learned how to handle situations on your own. You did not have to rely on others to make decisions for you, and you were able to lean on yourself and each other to feel stronger as a person. In the words of the great Master Yoda, always pass...
Dad, I'm so tired of you.
Sorry. Always pass on what you have learned. Well, girls, like Yoda or not, you've taught me more about acceptance and perseverance than I can ever teach you. I love you very much. Lastly, I'd like to thank all of our guests who are here with us today. It means a great deal to us to have you share this life moment with us. Thank you.
I took this big print for me.
Wait, you gotta get closer.
Sorry. When your dad and I were getting married, we wrote our own ketubas, and one of the things that we listed was our intention that our children would be bar or bat mitzvahed one day. We never had imagined that you'd be bat mitzvahed here, in the same temple, on the same bima, where we were each bar or bat mitzvahed. This day and this occasion is an absolute dream come true for us, and thank you very much for that. Shayla, this is for you. Yes. I am so proud of the young woman that you are. You are kind, thoughtful, and brave. You're smart, a hard worker, and you're focused. When you set your sights on a goal, you are amazing to watch as you work out how you will achieve it, what steps come next, and after that, until you've reached whatever that goal was. And then it's on to the next. And you're funny. Remember when you were 4 years old? I was sitting at the vanity in the Windward house, and we were playing I Spy. I told you I spied something great, and you popped right off the floor
pointed at me and yelled, "You're here, Mama!" I literally fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard. The gray item I had spotted was resting on the sink and not on my head. That was 12 years ago, so my gray, or so I thought, wasn't so noticeable then, but clearly I was mistaken. You're also an excellent communicator, a skill I really admire. You follow through on delivering your message while remaining most of the time open to hearing others' thoughts. You don't like public speaking, but you chose to overcome it by speaking in front of the congregation 2 weeks ago when we were being confirmed, and again today. Since we moved to California, watching you be a madrochim and babysitter to a family in our community has been wonderful. Your caring for those kids really warms my heart. Sorry, guys. Alex, you are also kind, thoughtful, and brave. You have grown so much since I moved to California. When you were randomly assigned into the musical theater class when you were starting at Sierra Vista, you almost had a minor nervous breakdown. You were terrified of speaking in front of people, and we appealed to Dr. Matasrin and begged for another option, and she very kindly placed you in an art class instead. I was really caught off guard when you came to me only a couple months later and announced that you were doing a performance for National History Day project. I was ready to re-appeal for you, thinking it had been assigned to you, but you said no. It was something you were choosing to do. You practiced and practiced, and when your big day came, you knocked it out of the park. Winning the category and being sent to the county competition where you again were great. This year, you teamed up with Kehlani for another performance, and you got won again and went to county again. This was a major fear for you, and you decided to overcome it, and you did. I'm proud of you for that. You're also an artist, you are also an artist that truly stuns me with your creativity. You keep right on drawing and painting, and your career goals are easily attainable. I love that you've developed relationships with the special education kids at your school. The way you would talk to me about them after school is very heartwarming for me. You never once mentioned differences or disabilities, speaking solely of strengths and admirable qualities. And you're funny. Whether it's impersonating Steve Beshear, then governor of Kentucky, or retelling the adventures of Alex and Soleil, you pretty much always keep me laughing. Now, this is for both of you. I've been saying this to you since you were in preschool at Geshe Torah in Alpharetta. I'm going to say it to you again today, and I'm probably going to say it until I die to you. It's important. The most important you will ever love is yourself. Because we cannot give what we do not have. Loving ourselves is absolutely necessary. I'm not asking you girls to be all blissed out on love all the time, but I know you're teenagers, and I know you have a lot going on. But having negative thoughts doesn't mean that you're a negative person or that you're causing yourself harm. It just means that you're human. For heaven's sakes. Sorry. Thank you, honey. One of my favorite sayings is, comparison is the thief of joy. Please don't let your mind trick you into comparing yourself to anyone. When you compare, either way, you lose. You'll either end up feeling superior or inferior, neither of which is the truth. The only person you need to be concerned about being better than is the person that you were yesterday. My other favorite saying is, you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. And it's true, you don't. When you girls were babies, I wrote a poem for your dad. Basically about what a miracle it was to have had our love come to life in our children. Because for me, that's what you are, you're miracles. You're our love come to life. So when that voice in your head tells you you're not good enough, you tell that voice to shut up. There's so much good in you. Of course, mixed with some tougher stuff too, but you are amazing daughters, and if y'all can love yourself 1/100th as much as we love you, then you will be good to go. Nice piece for you. I love you, Shayla. I'm proud of you.
Wow. I'm glad Mom and Dad came back here, How cool. Both of them up on this bema, now the two of you up on this bema. No pressure. Today, we get to celebrate both of you, not only amongst your family and your friends, but also amongst your community of Temple Beth Shalom. And so it is my honor to invite forward to make presentations to you on behalf of our board of directors, our president, Andrea Wasserman, on behalf of our youth group, Lauren Wasserman, and on behalf of our on behalf of our sisterhood, Sarah Schweitz, and our brotherhood, Steve Friedman, to go ahead and come on forward as they get to bestow some gifts to each of you.
Okay, I'll be first.
There you go.
Thanks. Okay, yes, so for the youth group, this is a Haftarah candle for each of you. I just want to say that, you know, when you came to Camp Shalom for the first time, I was really excited to have like new friends to meet, and I'm so glad we've stayed friends since then, even though you guys haven't always been in California. I know it's been fun every time we hang out, and I can't wait to hang out more in the future. So, good job.
Which one is mine here? Shayla, Alex, on behalf of the Brotherhood, Mazel Tov on your bat mitzvahs. By the way, your parents are very cool, even though your dad's an LA Kings fan. But, have you seen your mom's new Ninja Turtle shirt? No. She's definitely cool. Oh, you're wearing it. Okay, well, I think this is ours. So congratulations to both of you. Oh, this is sisterhood. This is brotherhood. Congratulations. You guys mixed it up.
There you go. Nope.
Tzedakah boxes.
We each have one. There
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, tzedakah box. Thank you, Mazel Tov. Continue your Jewish education. Hope to see you in confirmation class.
I already got confirmed.
Okay?
Yeah, she's
By the way, go Ducks.
You guys can sit those on the bema too. I was acknowledging of that.
Hello, ladies. Shabbat Shalom. Congratulations and Mazel Tov for this special occasion. I am delighted to be here on behalf of Sisterhood of Temple Beth Shalom to present good wishes and also some presents, okay? So, but before I go there, I would like to tell you how happy I am. I am a friend of your grandmother, Ingrid Rothman, for many years, and also I had the privilege of meeting your mother. She was there every Sunday for Sunday school, and I'm very, very fond of her. Congratulations and mazel for your beautiful daughters, okay? I would like to say that today, both of you are standing on the shoulders of those that came before you. A long time ago, they planted a seed, and this seed became a tree, and today, both of you and us are enjoying the fruit of their labors. We're very happy. Wherever you go in the future, always remember this beautiful day. Remember Temple Beth Shalom with love, and this is your extended family. Wherever you go, you're going to find another Jew. You're not going to be alone ever. I know you're travelers ever since you were very young, and but you enjoy life, and you were given intelligence, good looks, perseverance. You come from a very nice family, and so I cannot tell you how happy I am. For this special occasion, Sisterhood is presenting to you with a Kaddish cup, and for you to enjoy and use it every Shabbat and holidays, okay? Now, what you do is you take this Kaddish cup and you use it this coming Friday, and every Friday thereafter in the holidays. And then when you go to high school, you take it there too, and college, and graduate school. And then the final thing is when you get married, take this Kaddish cup to your house to remember you, to remind you always about this wonderful, wonderful day, okay? In this order. Okay, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shayla and Alex, on behalf of Temple Board, I wish you a hearty Mazel Tov. Today you have done a tremendous job leading us all through Shabbat services. You have obviously dedicated yourself, worked hard, and prepared. That commitment has brought you to this day with great success. This morning's celebration may feel like the end of a long journey, but I know that today is only the beginning. Your Jewish life and study will grow from here and continue to be an important part of who you are. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we are honored that you have already been using our gift to you, your prayer book. Continue to use it in good health, not only for Shabbat, but for festivals and weekdays. There are some beautiful readings that you might find uplifting and inspiring throughout. Also, I would like to present to you your certificate, you each have one here, of becoming a bat mitzvah, along with a scholarship from NIFTY, North American Federation of Temple Youth, to help you get to Israel so that you can visit your final gift. A tree has been planted for each of you in Israel in your honor by Rabbi Cohen and Cantor Reinwald. And as Rabbi Cohen says, don't forget to water it. And your watering day is? Thursday. Again, Mazel Tov to you and your family.
So throughout the day, Shayla and Alex, you are going to receive so many blessings, and everyone has the opportunity to bless, and I hope that each of you will take a moment at some point throughout the day or in the days ahead to offer your own personal blessings to both of these wonderful young women. But now it is our honor to invite your parents once again to come and join us. Anita and Gary, will you come and join Cantor Reinwald and myself at the Ark as we invite everyone to please rise as we bestow upon them our blessings. Here we are. And yes, again, because it was just a few weeks ago that Shayla, you stood here as a confirmation student. And there in front of this congregation with your class, confirming your Judaism and taking that place once again. And how exciting to be here on this day, standing next to your sister, surrounded by your parents, surrounded by your family. And Alex, here you are for the first time, and not the last, and neither will be the last for you, Shayla. Today you stand here as a bat mitzvah, and this was a challenge for you. I am so proud of all that you have done. Yes, it was challenging of the idea of, I'm going to stand up in front of what, who, huh, and do what? I think that was about the words. And you have. The words that you have spoke, how you have opened your mouth to share the words of blessing and teaching to us, let that encourage you to always have that strength to speak out. We are so proud of what you did at school with your presentation and the fact that, yes, you touched lives as you heard. Of all of those, to understand that all people are equal. No matter what, no matter who they are, we are all created B'Tselem Elohim in the image of God. Shayla, you carry on your talitot like your sister the tzitzit. They are wrapped around in knots and in twists and ties. You've experienced how life is filled with many twists, and that there are sometimes knots, but while we sometimes may want to get rid of those knots and untie them, sometimes we also need to embrace them. and say that the purpose of them there is maybe to hold us a little bit stronger, a little bit closer together. Those tzitzit are there to remind us to always learn, always contemplate. When we look upon them, we're supposed to contemplate the 613 mitzvot. May you, throughout your life, enjoy the different twists and turns that life gives to you. And may those knots, just like the ones on the fringes of your garment, may they hold you closer and connected. Both of you. Remember, you are so much like Joshua and Caleb. The two of you, you saw a great challenge before you. That challenge seemed like a giant. But slowly you discovered, no, actually, it's not a giant. It's totally able to be accomplished, something that you are able to do. No task is too great for the two of you. No task is too great when you do it together, but also as individuals, as young women in this congregation and this community. Your voices matter. Your voices make a difference. Your voices have the power to change the world for the better. So thank you. Thank you for being our Joshua and Caleb. Thank you for being our Shayla and Alex, who stand up and say, yes, there are blessings before us. And yes, the world is filled with milk and honey, with sweetness and sustenance. But especially, we know because you are a part of it. You are our blessings. As we get to bestow upon you now the blessings of our people and blessings of each generation together. So feel free to put your hands in.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
Shayla and Alex, may you always feel God's presence around you. They're giving you support and they're giving you strength, but most importantly, may God give you lives that are filled with shalom, with wholeness and completeness. Kein yehi ratzon. May it be God's will, and let us say, Amen.
Amen.
We remain standing now as we turn in our prayer books to our closing prayer of Aleinu L'Shabach, page 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'tekenu l'Aliyot Bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please come and join me right down here, and we remain standing as our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us. Yet truly the power of memory and blessing is so important in our lives. We recall those who recently departed from our community: Thelma Menaker, Mildred Winston, Muriel Golub, and Deanne Bloom. We also remember those whose yahrzeits we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week: Yetta Berman, Jenny Brown, Howard Burnham, Tilly Cohn, David Deutsch, Don DeVore, Ed DeVore, Nathan Feinbarg, Simon L. Francis, Alan Getty, Irene Goldberg, Marcy Greenblatt, Pearl Jacobs, Sylvia Wiederschain Kanofsky, Israel Kaufman, Donald Klein, Erwin Levenstein, Jean Pearl Smolovitz Marsha, Miriam Mayer, Howard Miller, Julius Miller, Rabbi Alicia Nativ, Betty Lang Rappaport, Marjorie Roth, Rebecca Sherman, Milton Spatz, Harry Weinger, and Neil Allen Weinstein. If there's anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva Shloshim or Shana, who's observing a yahrzeit of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face in your direction to please share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name. And for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we turn once again in our prayer books, page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Kadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei Nekudesha b'richu, Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlam Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us say together, Amen. In just a moment, we will have our closing song, and then we will invite you all to please come and join us in the living room to your left, and we'll get a little cup of grape juice, and we'll join together with Kaddish and Shehechianu and Motzi in honor of Alex and Shayla becoming Benot Mitzvah. And so with that, I invite you to put your arms around somebody next to you. If you don't know who they are, it's a good time to say hello as we join together with our closing song.
Oseh shalom b'imromav,
hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Okay, so don't go anywhere because Darcy's going to come forward and take a couple of quick pictures of Cantor and I at the bima with you guys. So, and then we'll sneak out the back so we can get to the Murtzi and Kaddish. I gotta connect. Oh, there it is. All right. Perfect. All right, so, and then you guys can come back. It was awesome. Did you like it?
I liked it.
Yay, did you like
I'm
it?